week. I've not heard anything other. Is Byron giving us the sign? Yep. Oh, no. All right. Wow, it got so quiet. I think they're expecting a show.
Thank you very much.
Or they're all praying. Everybody's praying already. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Good morning, beautiful souls. Your soul is welcome here. My name is Stephanie. It is my great pleasure to welcome you here. And for those of you who are joining us online, welcome. We acknowledge that we are all one in spirit. Happy Mother's Day to all of our moms, whether you are mother of humans or fur babies, or you are just an not just, because there's no such thing. But if you are an extraordinary soul who is a mother to someone or everyone, happy Mother's Day. We appreciate you so much. This morning, we are very lucky to have Jan Kraft with us. Please give her a hand.
Yay.
And her message this morning, appropriately, is how to be a mother in 3 not-so-easy steps. And we also want to give special thanks to our music team this morning. Sandra, Chris, Robin, Bobby, thank you so much. We appreciate this uplifting music. You feed our souls. Thank you. And then, of course, none of this happens without Wayne and Byron. We appreciate you so much. And I am so glad that our media team is working despite all those extraordinary solar flares that are bringing such beautiful aurora borealis to us. I haven't seen them yet. I'm very disappointed. However, I'm hoping it will still happen. Now we're going to get some more wonderful music, and I think we are all singing. So get your
Yes.
voices ready, people. Here we go.
Please feel free to stand if you would like. This is a really one we've done before. Nice upbeat tune called More Abundantly. 2, 3, 4. I've got joy, more abundantly. I've got joy, Spirit flows as me. I've got the joy of God in everything I do. I've got joy, more abundantly. I've got peace, more abundantly. I've got peace, Spirit flows as me. I've got the peace of God in everything I do. I've got peace, more abundantly. I've got strength, more abundantly. I've got strength, Spirit flows as me. I've got the strength of God in everything I do. I've got love, He's strength. I've got love, more abundantly. I've got love, Spirit flows as me. I've got the love of God in everything I do. I've got love, more abundantly. Let's repeat that. I've got love, more abundantly. I've got love, Spirit flows as me. I've got the love of God in everything I do. I've got love, more abundantly. I've got love, more abundantly. I've got love, more abundantly. Yeah, good job.
Now, before you sit down, sorry, take a moment to greet your neighbor. Maybe you're a fist bump. Check to see if they're huggers first or even touchers. But please take a moment and greet your neighbor. And then you'll hear a little light piano from Sandra when it's time to take your seats. And then take your seats.
Oh, you're just gonna stay up?
Yes,
Yeah, you might as well.
they just nug it and
Yeah.
say a prayer.
Yep. I agree.
Do greeting, few statement, nuggets.
All right, beautiful people. I just love the love.
Oh my goodness, that is the best.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
That was awesome.
All right. I invite you all to join me in our unity peace statement, for this is something we need so much right now, is a reminder of what we stand for. Together, please. Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, the many ways to worship God. There's more than one power and presence of God, and that God loves each one of us equally. It is therefore the position of unity to urge all nations, their leaders, and their people to return to God by whatever. Yes, I have fuzzies in the eyes. Thank you. The pollen is kicking my butt. And there's so much pollen in the pine around me that I thought the trees were smoking this morning, and I thought I was going to have to call the fire department. But my response to that is eye stuff, and so I'm not seeing as well as I normally do. So thank you for being so prompt and knowing what to do in our peace statement. Our spiritual nugget this morning: we are born of love. Love is our mother. When you look into your mother's eyes, you know that is the purest love you can find on earth. A mother is she who can take the place of all others, but whose place no one else can take. So again, happy Mother's Day to you. And then we get to have another wonderful song, and then we will get ready for Jan's message to us today.
One day a mother come to a prison to see an every but precious son. She told the warden how much she loved him. It did not matter what he had done. She did not bring to him parole or pardon free. She brought no silver, no pomp or style. It was a hail of pride sent down from heaven's light, the sweetest gift, a mother's smile. Her boy had wandered far from the fireside, though she had pleaded with him each night. But not a word did she ever utter that told her heartaches. Her smile was bright. She did not bring to him parole or pardon free. She brought no silver, no pomp or style. It was a hail of pride sent down from heaven's light, the sweetest gift, a mother's smile. She left a smile you can remember. Come on, she's gone to heaven from heartaches grieved. Them bars around you will never change her. He was her baby, and there would be. She did not bring to him parole or pardon free. She brought no silver, no pomp or style. It was a hail of pride sent down from heaven's light, the sweetest gift, a mother's smile. It was a hail of pride sent down from heaven's light, the sweetest gift, a mother's smile.
Thank you, Robin. That was a perfect song. Thank you for that. So good to see all of you. Thank you for coming out this morning. I had said when I gave the talk title that I was going to do how to be a mother in 3 easy steps. And as I got to writing it, I realized I can't do that in 3 steps. It has to be done in 7. So it's how to be a good mother in 7 not so easy steps. Okay? What I'm doing is I'm broadening the definition of mother. And Stephanie alluded to it a little bit earlier today, of being a mother, not just about giving birth biologically to children. I'm broadening the definition of mother to be for either gender, any gender, all genders, to be whether you have biological children through your body or adopted children, or whether you're a pet parent, or whether you foster children, or whether you'll see as we go through there a much broader definition of mothering than just that. So that at the end of this, I want all of you, regardless of your situation and carrying biological children, to feel and to know that you are a mother, because mother is about the qualities that you bring to this world. Mother is not about, yes. I don't want to make light of mothers birthing children. It's so not an easy thing to do. And then raising children, not an easy thing to do. I don't want to minimize that in any way, shape, or form. But what I want to do today is expand it so that all of us feel included. I would like all of us to be included in every holiday, right? So all of us to be included in the definition of what it means to be a mother. To do that, I'm going to use 3 extraordinary women. And you know at least 2 of them, and you might know all 3. But I'm going to show you why they were extraordinary mothers. And I'm going to start with a Jewish teenager. Now, you all know who I'm going to talk about when I talk about extraordinary mother, and she started as a Jewish teenager. Her journey did. And who am I talking about? Mother Mary. Yeah. We're going to start with Mother Mary. And what I love about this story about Mary is that she was a devout Jew. She was raised as a very devout Jew. She was raised to love the Lord. And when Mary, she was in her teenage years, and she was betrothed to this man named Joseph, and she just figured her life was going to go, just like a normal woman's life. We all think that, right? That our life is just going to be normal. And all of a sudden, she's visited by the angel Gabriel, and he says basically, "Yo, Mary, have I got a job for you?" Right? And so Gabriel says, the Lord has found favor with you, and you're going to have a baby. It's going to be a son. You're going to name him Jesus. And she's going, "Excuse me? That's not what I was planning for my life." So she said, "Why? Why me? And what am I doing? I'm a virgin. I'm engaged. How's this going to happen?" And the angel said, "Oh, don't sweat it. We've got this handled. You just do your part. We'll do our part." And so that all came to being, as you know. But the first thing about Mary was that the angel gave her a task, a job, and to be a mother to what amounts to an avatar. An avatar, you hear me use this word in the talk today. An avatar is the supreme being, any of the deities by which you know the supreme being, any of that. When they come, a part of them comes to earth in a human body, and they live on earth, and they do their work, right? God incarnate on earth, that's an avatar, right? So basically, Angel Gabriel was saying to Mary, you're going to give birth to an avatar. Can you even imagine? Can you imagine? It's tough enough to give birth to a human child. Can you imagine that God's saying to you, you are going to be the mother of an avatar? What responsibility is that? It's an incredible responsibility. Wouldn't you kind of wonder if you're up for that? And she's a teenager more, It's not like she's been experienced where she had 4 kids of her own and now here's another one. No, she's all new to this. But she could have said no, find somebody else. But she said yes. She agreed to be a mother, and she did it consciously and intentionally. Now, in this human world, a lot of people have children, and they don't become mothers intentionally. It just kind of happens, right? And they don't really want the role, but it's foisted upon them. We all know people like that. It happens a lot, unfortunately, but it's part of the human conditions, part of the human drama, right? Mary had a choice. She said no. She said, yes, I will do this, even though it looks impossible, even though I don't know how I'm going to do it. I will do it. You ask this of me. God asks this of me. I will take this on. This is going to be my commitment to you. So that's the first major thing. One of the first reasons that I think Mary she's got to have been a strong person. Don't you wish you had known her? She's got to have been a very strong person to have accepted this responsibility. The second responsibility is that she raised Jesus. She raised him to be a good Jewish boy. She raised him in the tradition, the Jewish tradition. And so when there came the point, but she knew who she was raising. This was not lost on her. So when it was time, when she felt it was time for Jesus to start showing a little bit about who he was, then she nudged him, right? So this happened, this little incident happened when he was turning water into wine. We all know the story in the wedding in Canaan. I think it was Canaan. Anyway, so at the wedding, and they go through the wine, and so Mary knows her son, and she says, okay, Jesus, we're out of wine. We need more wine. They couldn't go down to the 7-Eleven and purchase more. So she said, do your thing. This is time for you to show who you are, to show your greatness, right? Jesus said no, according to Scripture. Jesus said, no, I'm not ready. I don't want to do this. Mary, mother, was not taking no for an answer, like many mothers do. She knew her son could do it, and he was reluctant, and he didn't want to do it, and so she ignored what he said, and she told the servant, she said, do whatever he tells you to do. So Jesus, all right. So then Jesus said, okay, bring me these 6 pots of water. The servants brought him 6 pots of water, big pots, And so Jesus, he uses his power of thought, and this is all explained through quantum physics, if you really want to study this. But how does Jesus change water into wine? He uses his very extreme power of thought, changing the molecules of the water until they reach the state of the molecules of water and grapes, and there's the wine, okay? So Jesus changed the water into wine. It was really fabulous. Everybody said, yay, this was great. So, but what did Mary do? What was her role in this? She pushed her son to start using his greatness, right? Even when he was a little scared. She had faith in him. She knew he could do it. It's like, all right, son, it's time to do this now. So he did it, and that was the beginning. And even when he was at, we have so few stories about Jesus the boy, but even when he was 12, and he stayed behind at the Jewish temple in Jerusalem when the whole caravan of people went to the Jewish temple in Jerusalem because things were going on. And then everybody left, and the big crowd together, all the people had come, and so they all left. And they were a day's journey away from Jerusalem when they found out that Jesus wasn't with them. And they turned around and went back and was searching for him. And when they finally found him, he was in the temple having a discourse with the priests and the scribes. And Mary's really ticked at him, as any mother would be. And it's like, son, don't you know how anxious we've been? We couldn't find you. We've been searching 3 days for you. Why didn't you? What's up with this? And he says, didn't you know I'd be about my father's business? And it's like, yeah, okay. Got it. It has to be that way. He's the son of God. He's got to actualize himself. Of course he's going to be in the temple with the priests. He had that opportunity, right? She knew that, and she supported him. So pushing your child to their inherent greatness, that is one of the aspects of a really great mother, is not to take no, I don't want to for an answer, but to say, I know you can do it. I believe in you. Do it. And so Jesus did it. The third aspect of Mary that is of importance is that she had unwavering support of her son. Unwavering support of her son. Now, he was a rebel. He was a rebel with the cause. He was out there upending things, upending the paradigm that had come before, causing all kinds of trouble, if you will, according to some people's thoughts. But he had a job to do, and that job was to be a change agent. Jesus came to be a change agent. It's not an easy job. He was vilified. He was, vilified really kind of covers it all, really. There were people who did not like him, and ultimately, of course, they tortured him, and then they crucified him, and all like that. But through all the steps, everything that he did, Mary stayed the course. She was with him always. The Bible alludes to a lot of references of Mary keeping companionship with Jesus. So it's not like she birthed him and she said, okay, off you go, right? She birthed him, but she stayed companionship with Jesus. She visited him often. Wherever he went to preach and teach, she was there. And of course, she was there at the end. And I think about her when we come to that time in the story about the crucifixion. My heart my heart bleeds for Jesus, but my heart bleeds for Mary because she's watching her son be tortured and killed. But she's there. She stayed the course to the very end, and then she was there when he arose again. So being such an unwavering support of your child, no matter what they're going through, no matter what they do, that is one of the marks for me of a really good mother, is that level of support. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Albanian nun. Does anyone know who I'm talking about when I say the Albanian nun? Mother Teresa. Yeah, absolutely. So Mother Teresa was born, her parents were Albanian, so she was actually Albanian. And she was born in, I want to say Macedonia, but I think I have that wrong. And I don't even know that that matters, actually. It probably doesn't matter. Macedonia, yeah, the Republic of Macedonia. So anyway, when she was 18, she joined the nuns in Dublin. She was raised very, very, very devout Catholic. And she joined the order, the Sisters of Loreto, in Dublin when she was 18 years old. And then when it came time for her novitiate period, she went to India, to Darjeeling, India. And then that's where she created her ministry, if you will. And she was called, she calls it a call within a call. She served as a teacher once she became a full-fledged nun. She became a teacher at an all-girls school there in India. And so she became a principal of the school. So she's doing her life. She's doing what what nuns do, teaching and such, in what she chose to do. And she received a call within a call one day when she felt very strongly that God said to her, stop teaching, abandon this, just stop teaching, and to be with the poorest of the poor in the slums of Calcutta. Now, the girls that she taught at the school were from the poor families of the Bengali people in that, wherever she was teaching. So she was already working with this population. But she felt the call, very strong call, to abandon what she was doing and to start serving the poorest of the poor in the streets of Calcutta. Now, again, she got a calling, a divine calling, the same way Mary got a divine calling, but no angels appeared as far as I know. But anyway, she felt she could have said no. I mean, she had an established life, just like Mary had an established life. She could have said no, but she said, all right, stepping out on faith here. You want me to give up my secure 8-to-5 job? Fine. And now I'm going to be ministering to these people in the streets, the people that nobody wants to talk to, touch, the people that run away from these folks because they're lepers and they have diseases that make them the physical body like smell and deteriorate, and there's worms, and there's descriptions of all kinds of things that these people in the streets that have been abandoned, these things that they went through, death and dying and all that, surrounding herself with that as her occupation, as her life. This wasn't an 8-to-5 for her. This was her life. So she agreed to do that. And so the first story about this is, how could she do this? I mean, how could she stomach this, for one thing? And she found a way of doing it. And the way she found a way of doing it is she saw Jesus Christ in every person she ministered to. For her, she was ministering to Jesus. So she treated each person as her child. She gave them the love a mother would give. And she saw these people as Jesus. It didn't matter who they were. And that's how she was able to do the work that she did. So that was her ministry there. And the second thing about her was she was loving and fully present and caring for the children, even when she didn't feel like it. Now, I'm going to throw something in here. After she died, there came to light like letters that she had written. I don't know to whom, but letters she had written. And in which these letters, surprisingly and shockingly, tell the story that about the time she started her ministry on the streets of Calcutta, she felt like God abandoned her. She did not connect to God anymore. She felt that channel was closed. And she wondered if she should have done this at all, if this was a mistake in serving all of these people. But she didn't have that connection. Now, you can really only comfortably do anything that's hard if you have the faith to sustain it, If you've got that divine power that you connect to, you can do just about anything. But absent that, it makes it so hard. So what she did, when she did the treating everybody as Jesus, that was her way of keeping God front and present, even though she didn't feel it, even though she felt blocked and connected. She persevered that way. So that was 50 years. She felt that way for 50 years. But she kept going. She persevered. She did what God had directed her to do, even though she didn't feel that presence anymore. So that's an amazing thing when you think about that. And when I said I was going to expand that concept of mother, she treated everyone that came before her as her child, lovingly being present with them. They were her child. And she was compassionate to all, to all. So that, for me, is really a mark of that. And I wanted to just tell you that even though she didn't feel like it, even though she felt like she might have made a mistake, she kept going. And here's the result. I just want to give you the stats of the result of her work. Of course, I think you all know that she won a Nobel Peace Prize in '79 for her work in bringing help to suffering humanity. But also she did, okay, here it is. Over the course of the 1950s and 1960s, when she started her Missionaries of Charity work, she established a leper colony, an orphanage, a nursing home, a family clinic, and a string of mobile health clinics. And by the time of her death in 1997, the Missionaries of Charity, her organization she started, numbered more than 4,000, in addition to thousands of more lay volunteers, with 610 foundations in 123 countries in the world. This is what one person can do when they feel like God has given them a directive. She did the very best she could. Now, there's a lot of criticisms of her. You can, if you want to, there's a lot of criticisms of her. Somebody told me once, and this is so true, that anybody who takes on the mantle of being a public figure is like putting a archery target on your front. People will take pot shots at you. People are always finding and making up ways to denigrate you. And she's no different. So there's a lot of criticism, but who cares? I was reading those criticisms yesterday, and it's just like, all right, so this is your opinion, fine, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. However, for me, it's always been the proof is in the pudding, right? If she can serve all these people for 50 years and start all these organizations and bring love and compassion and to the extent she could, healing, comfort to people who were dying and who'd been abandoned and was laying in the streets and who were hungry. She brought them comfort. She brought them love. She brought them compassion. Now, if you were a hungry person dying in the streets, abandoned by your family and friends, and nobody would feed you and nobody would touch you and nobody would love you, wouldn't you love somebody just to hold you, just to say kind words to you, just to give you compassion and make you feel like you were really worth something after all? Wouldn't that help your dying? Wouldn't that make your dying a little bit easier? Right? God bless her. God bless her, really. All righty. So here's a Hindu. She's called a Hindu saint. I am going to posit that she's a Hindu avatar, but nonetheless, she's called the Hugging Saint. Anyone know her name? Amachi. Amachi. Yeah. If you want the original name, the official name, Sri Mata Amrita Nanda Mai Devi. That's her official name, known as Amma or Amachi. Amma is a Sanskrit word that means mother. So anybody who fulfills the role of mother, they get the title of Amma. There's a lot of Ammas out there doing work. And so to differentiate her from other Ammas, she's known as Amachi, the Hugging Saint. I love Amachi. I have personal experience with her. So grateful for that experience. So Amachi, and I say she was an incarnation of God, she came in Kerala, India, and when she was a little girl, she would sit by the ocean. They were on the ocean there by her house, and she would spend hours of meditation, little girl less than 9. She would spend hours of meditation there at the shore, and she'd make up these devotional songs to God and sing them. Nobody taught her anything. She just had it in her. She heard the music, she sang it, she was meditating all this time. So this is where she started, okay? When she was 9 years old, her father pulled her out of school because her mother got ill and he needed her to help take care of the family. And there's 7 siblings, I believe it was. So she would take a basket around from house to house to house in the village, and she covered between 30 and 60 homes there in the village. And she would ask for food for the family's cows. She was asking for leftover fruit peels and vegetable peels and all like that so they could feed the family's cows. Of course, cows, A, is venerated in India, but also, too, that provided, whatever milk and cheese and butter and things that the cows, provided. So she fed the cows this way. And what happened with her is also the story of the Buddha. Actually, when Siddhartha Gautama he started on the road to becoming the Buddha, as she went from these houses, there would be an affluent house and they'd give her lots of food. And then she'd go to another house and they would be far less affluent. And then she'd go to another house and they'd be poverty-stricken and they couldn't eat because they didn't have any food themselves. So she was witness to a lot of poverty and sickness in these houses, and that's what exposed her to that at the young, tender age of 9. And in Hinduism, there's the thought that you create, if you're having difficulties, it's because of bad things you did in your past life, and this is karma coming back to visit you, and that's just the way it is, so sorry. So that was the prevailing thought. And she took a step beyond that, and she said, well, then, that may very well be true. But even so, is it not our dharma, the right conduct? Dharma is right conduct. Is it not dharma for us to help them? Even if this is a result of past lives, can we not help them now? And she was so fully convinced of that, and it was like, oh, well, I don't know. So she started helping people. She started talking to people. She started comforting people. She would even take some food from her own family, who barely had enough food to eat, and give it to the other families who had less, much to the consternation of her parents. But she would do it anyway. So she started feeding people. And the hugging started because she was such a loving presence and so compassionate and so kind to everyone she met. She just gave of herself. She was so loving that she exuded this mother energy. And so when someone would tell their story and they'd start crying, she would put them on her shoulder and she would hug them. And her presence was so strong, this loving energy coming from her was so strong, that it would help these people feel instantly better. And I can attest to that. So anyway, other people would come to her and they say, I want a hug. So that's how she ended up hugging. And that was a problem for her because in their culture, girls were not seen and girls were not heard, and they sure weren't going around hugging people of all ages, and men especially, So she was breaking the norm and breaking taboos there. But she did it anyway. She did it anyway because that was her nature. That's who she was. And so it spread from there, and people started coming to her for solace, and then things developed, and she ended up, people are drawn to a great master. Most of the time, the masters don't go out advertising and seek people to come. They just come from word of mouth. So she got people who would come to her a lot. And in the end, she's now 70 years old. But now she had this whole ministry, if you will, hugging people. And she's traveled the world. She's 70 now. She's traveled the world for more than 35 years, inspiring thousands to follow into her path of service. Accessible to one and all, she's embraced more than 40 million people. Now, can you, for the life of you, imagine hugging 40 million people? Yeah, but that she has. In darshan is the sight of a holy person. So when someone comes to see a holy person, that's called darshan. In darshan, she's been known to cheerfully and enthusiastically spend 22 straight hours hugging people without so much as a bathroom break. Now, I saw this because I saw her when she was in Chicago at the Amma Center in Chicago, where I was living at the time, and I was able to twice go have her darshan. And so we all wait in line, we queue up with numbers and such, and then she hugs you. It's a whole procession thing, but she'll hug you, and she'll do it for she did it for it felt like 15 seconds, 10 or 15 seconds, and then, go on. Now, there's hundreds of people in line, so this takes a while, if you can imagine. In larger areas in India, I understand there's like thousands of people, so she'll hug him for 3 seconds and on. But in any way, so I got to be hugged by her. And her hug is so ironclad. When she hugs you to her bosom, she hugs you to her bosom and she holds on tight. And she's whispering, anyway, whatever she was, it was a word, and the word was sweetness in my ear. Sweetness, sweetness, sweetness was what she kept saying. So sweet. But anyway, her energy is so much that it changes your molecules. Your molecules are changed by coming into that much energy of love. And people have to sit. You have to sit if she hugs you, because it's like you've just experienced this jolt of electricity, and you just have to sit and incorporate it for a while. And then you can go on your way. But it's life-changing. I'm not kidding. I loved that, and would hope I have that opportunity again. So anyway, and like all great saints, she created all of these philanthropical organizations to help the people in the field of education and healthcare and women's empowerment, food security and all like that. She's been honored by all kinds of people. And Dr. Jane Goodall, she said that she gave her an award for something, and she's had so many awards. But Dr. Goodall gave her an award, and this is what she said of Amma. I believe that Amma stands here in front of us, God's love in a human body. And that she is God's love in a human body. So that is Amma. So here we've had these 3 women, each an example of love, kindness, compassion, service to humanity at an extraordinary level. Each one supported. So here are the 7 not-so-easy steps that these 3 women exemplified, and I'm going to say that anybody, regardless of gender or biological children or not, everybody can exemplify these qualities. Everybody can imbibe and act on these qualities. And I would posit that if we do that, that makes us a mother, not just to children, but to everyone with whom we come in contact. You know, humans and animals and anything else. So making a conscious choice to act in the role of mother and see it to the end. Making it possible for your child to actualize their greatness. Supporting and accepting your child throughout their life, even if they march to the beat of a different drum. Seeing the Christ in your children and treating them accordingly. Being loving, compassionate, and fully present for your children, even when you don't feel like it. Everyone who is hurting is your child, so be kind and compassionate to all. And a mother shares her unconditional love and compassion for all her children without judgment or expectation of any kind, and works tirelessly to ensure their happiness and well-being. And that came from Amma. She works tirelessly, and she doesn't care if you're a murderer or if you're a saint. She loves everyone equally without judgment or expectation. So that is what I would say today on Mother's Day. We're honoring, yes, it's important to honor our mothers, to honor everyone who's taken on the human role of mother. Such a hard job. And I honor and respect everyone who has had that experience. And also, I know that all of us, particularly now in this world, what is ours to do? Ours is to be loving, kind, compassionate, supportive, embracing, whether we feel like it or not, all who are hurting. We can do that. We have it within us to do that. There is a light inside of you. That light is the energy of God. That light in that energy of God is what makes you filling the role of mother possible, right? So as we move into meditation, what we're going to do is affirm that in song. And now I know you know this song. So I want you to sing that with me and affirm with me. And when you say there's a light inside of you, I'm telling you, but just sing it to yourself. There's a light inside of, think to yourself, there's a light inside of me. But there is a light inside of you, burning brightly, burning strong. And when you shine your light, you're bringing love into the world. So don't be afraid to shine your light. Think about Mother Mary and Amachi and Mother Teresa. Don't be afraid to shine your light. Shine on.
There's a light inside of you, shining brightly. There's a light inside of you, burning strong. When you shine your light, you're bringing love to the world. Don't be afraid to shine your light, shine on. There's a light inside of you, shining brightly. There's a light inside of you, burning strong. When you shine your light, you're bringing love to the world. Don't be afraid to shine your light, shine on. There's a light inside of you, shining brightly. There's a light inside of you, burning strong. When you shine your light, you're bringing love to the world. Don't be afraid to shine your light, shine on. When you shine your light, you're bringing love to the world. Don't be afraid to shine your light, shine on.
Now, if you will, as we enter into meditation, take a deep breath with me. Close your eyes and release the breath, and release whatever tension you may be holding. And let's take another deep breath. And release. And a third one, and as we breathe, drop into your heart space. Take another deep breath. Exhale and hold in your heart space a white light. There is a light inside of you, and that light right now is connected and centered in your heart space. So there is a light inside of you, burning strong. And I want you to think of a child, any child, a grandchild, great-grandchild, someone's child, any child, doesn't matter. Think of a beautiful little child. And in your mind's eye, give them that white light of love, of energy. Send it directly to them. Send it with love, send it with joy, send it with happiness. Because you are, through your thoughts and your energy and your words, bringing that energy to them, literally. So let's do what a mother would do, sending light and love and energy and peace to that child you are envisioning. And you're saying to them, there's a light inside of you, shining brightly, little one. There's a light inside of you, burning strong. And when you shine your light, you're bringing love to the world. So don't be afraid to shine your light. Shine on. We are empowering future generations, so let's empower them. Think now of a group of children. Think of a group of children who are in pain, who are depressed, who are anxious, who are in need of love and compassion. Just think of a group of children who just need love and support and kindness right now. children facing war, children facing famine, children facing displacement, children in the inner cities, children you may know. And from your heart space, feel love for them. Shine that light of love on them. Feel compassion for them, for theirs is not an easy road. Send them love, send them kindness, send them peace, and affirm with them that there's a light inside of you, little ones, shining brightly. There's a light inside of you, burning strong. I empower you to shine your light and bring love to the world. And don't be afraid, but shine on. Give them love through your thoughts, through your energy, through your words. And now I want you to expand out your light and your love to all creatures of the earth, to all people of the earth, to Mother Earth. Send your light and love to all of them. From your heart center, surround them in white light, surround them in love. Give them peace. Give them joy. Give them healing. Because there is a light inside of you shining brightly. And you envelop the world and all within it in light and peace and love and harmony and joy. That light inside of you burns strong. You have the power to make an effect in this world, a positive, loving, peaceful effect. Because when you shine your light, you are giving love to the world. So please don't be afraid to be and step into your greatness, to be who you really are. Do not be afraid. Give love to the world. Shine your light. Shine on. Shine on. Shine on, my dear, dear friends. And let's take the next 60 seconds or so to shine your light in the world. Through the energy of the divine within me, within you. We are loved and we are loving. We are peace and we are peaceful. We are healed and we are a healing source. Thank you, God, for the privilege and the opportunity to be of service now and always. And so it is. Amen. And take a deep breath and open your eyes and be here now. Namaste.
Well, I know we just came out of this extraordinary, beautiful meditation, but give it up. Thank you, Jan. That was wonderful, uplifting, inspiring. I don't have enough words or time to express how appreciated your message was today, and thank you so much for being here with us. We have announcements. I think we've got a lot of them. Starting in June 11th, we are going to be doing Meditation Tuesdays. And Donna Zahler and I, is it Zahler? Did I get it right? Thank you, Zahler. We'll be hosting that. Dana will be hosting the first and third. I'll be hosting the second and fourth. We'll be doing guided meditations, mindful meditations, all kinds of meditations. And it's for an hour. Excuse me. Good heavens, that pollen really is kicking my butt. Excuse me. Hopefully we won't be doing that. Oh. It's here. It doesn't matter if you are a experienced meditator or have never meditated. And the only thing that's required is that you bring yourself and anything you need to be comfortable. So if you like to have your back supported or you want to lay down or whatever you need. Okay, let's see if we can carry on. For those of you who have not had an opportunity or would still like to, there's still a link on our website to leave memories for Steve Colliday on his legacy page if you'd like to do that. So go to the website for that. Today, the kids have invited us after services to go to the kids' room at 12:20 for a special Mother's Day surprise. So be there. Okay. Parade of Paws is happening on the 1st of June. The booth needs to be set up at 8:30. We're looking for a couple of strong people to help put that up. And our booth will be, if you were to go out of the church and go down the street, it would be your first left. If you're coming to the church, it's the last right. It's Yale. And basically, the Humane Society provides us with a table and water, and we provide our own little booth and any materials. And if you want to actually be part of the parade but not part of the booth, then you would be at the Humane Society, either with your 4-pod baby or your how many paws it has, or no paws, I'm not judging. And that starts at 10, and of course the route walks up through us, and we will have buckets of water here for the dogs and water for the people. The Pride Parade, we're very, very excited about, and I am sorry to report that due to a number of blockages that were of no doing of our own, and those who were trying to help, we were not able to yet procure a booth for this year for Pride. But that does not mean that you can't participate, so please do. There is a chance that if a spot opens up that we will be able to get a booth. We are on a list to make that happen. But we do honor and love our brothers and sisters in this community, and we do want to support them. So if something comes up, there will be more on that. But I just wanted to announce that if you do plan to be with Pride, that's something that you will be on your own this year. Okay, calling all volunteers. If you have a desire to give a little bit back to your community, we have a job for you. You want to make coffee? We'll let you make coffee. You want to stand up here and do this? We'll let you stand up here and do this. You want to learn to do what our team does back there? They'll teach you. You want to sing over here? Talk to Sandra. I don't know if you have to audition for that because these guys are pretty good. You want to help clean the church? We'll let you help clean the church. We will let you do so many things. Just give us a call. Let us know. And we'll set you up. Okay. In June, we are having a barbecue. June 23rd, more to come on this. That is a Sunday for all of you, so come and be, fed by your soul, and then be fed with your belly, and have some good food. And then everything, we do have a newsletter. It comes out about every 6 weeks or so, and if you want to be on the email list for the newsletter, then please email the church or email me here at this one, the Steph UCDLL. I'll get you on the list to make sure that you don't miss anything. There are things that come out in the email that do not get on our website because sometimes there's stuff with our kids and we don't put our kids on the website. So if there's stuff that you want to know, then make sure that you get on the email list. And I think that was and if you have an idea for the newsletter, give me a call. All right. And it is important to remember that you support our community and that what you do matters. And it's not just the support that happens here, because you all are amazing here, but you also do things to help with the community. So giving with intention creates an energetic flow through your mind and heart, creating more abundance for both the recipient and the giver. So I invite you at this time to determine what your gift will be and how you want to do that. And we'll get another beautiful selection from Sandra. I can listen to you all day. Sometimes I do because I have your CD. Doug? Thank you. I'd like to invite you to join me in blessing our love offering. Together, divine love in, through, and as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And then I'd like to invite you to place any prayers that you need in this box. Doug has it, it'll be at the back there. And we will pray for you for 30 days with silent unity and prayer work, so please take advantage of that. Thank you, Doug. And now I'd like to invite our kids in.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, thank you. So today we just continued a lesson we've been learning, I'm sure you've heard before, people who have been here, that we've been learning about Native American spirituality and the medicine wheel, which they all have a sticker to remind them that the medicine wheel represents staying in balance with their mind, body, spirit, and emotions. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what we did. Did you want to say something? Sorry.
There's gonna be a Mother's Day party in the kids' room after this. Don't at 12:20.
Yes, the kids are very excited. They decorated the kids' room for a Mother's Day party. So please, all the mothers, stop by. And there's some extra treats in there and some activities.
Yay.
All right, kids, are you going to come up and get blessed and bless us back? Thank you. All right. Together, please. God loves you and accepts you just the way you are. And I love you and accept you just the way you are. I behold the Christ you are. And kids, you'll bless us back? Just the way you are. And I love you and accept you just the way you are. The Christ you are. Wonderful. Now, before we move into our peace song, it is birthday day. It's Mother's Day and birthday day. Do we have any May birthdays? Yay, Nancy, come on up. Get up here. Come on, don't make her be alone. Yay, Larry. Yay, Danielle. Oh, yeah, we're going to sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you're wonderful. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! All right, now let's gather for our peace song, please. And when we're done, have a piece of cake and go to the kids' room. I don't think that's
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Thank you. Please join me in our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. And remember, you are loved and you are loved.
Together we're forever growing love.
We seek the sunshine, we bless the rain. Through the storms we know the sun will shine again. We have God light in our hearts. We're growing up, illumined from the start.
Growing love, we're forever growing love. It's a seed that we can sow, without caring it will grow. We are family, we are friends, and the feeling never ends. Together we're forever growing love. We imagine a world at peace, and we know one day some dreams will be released.